but the absence of intelligence means a fool for sure. Claiming external things are nothing but illusions, yet not understanding wealth, is simply luck. The leaves in the stream move without a plan. The clouds in the valley drift without design. I closed my eyes and everything was fine. I opened them again because I love mountains. Cappuccino?
You want more? Cappuccino.
Yeah, Bridget, you're gonna be looking at prioritizing virtue as your main way of self-improvement or development, and that virtue is going to be kind of a way of just being mindful, being more present in everyday life, and then that mindfulness of being a good person is going to be kind of facilitated through generosity. So going out there and doing good deeds or volunteering, doing things that are like you sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your body, you sacrifice your mind in this way of giving. And you do that infused with mindfulness or with awareness, awareness and generosity, intentional awareness with generosity.
You put one more cappuccino.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
If you haven't already, please do leave a W in the chat and leave a like while you're at it. W's in the chat, everybody. W's in the chat, everybody. Purity. So that's a good point, and I was actually thinking about, bringing up this element uh, with you, Bridget. But purity in Buddhism, there's a purity in terms of the efficacy of application of what you're doing. So if you're doing something because you want to get something back, that is less reliable than just doing that thing. And then there's levels, there's degrees of that, right? So if you're completely just doing something, that would be like the efficacy would be the most pure, right? To get the result that you want. But if there's no result that you want to get, this is like the purity of you or the purity of nature, right? The primordial ground of the way that things are. And so it's very difficult to talk about that in the way of worldly life and worldly things, like even philosophy. Um, so in Buddhism, we would get our message from like a holy messenger, right? Like the holy messenger of death, the holy messenger of sickness, the holy messenger of old age. And we don't think about these things, and they don't usually have a place in our everyday life, because if we're just going around and thinking about death all the time, it's not going to make a lot of sense. But death is like always there with us. Death, your potential to die at any moment, since you've already been born, is more reliable than your house, than you being able to go to work tomorrow, or your family members being able to be alive tomorrow, or from one moment to the next. So that's where we get into the kind of the mystical aspect of Buddhism, or the mystical aspect of why we would be interested in this kind of thing, right? Because there's a self-improvement path that's practical for everybody to live a meaningful and a worthwhile life, right? And that's interesting for everyone. But people find their own ways to do that. So it doesn't necessarily need to be influenced by Buddhism. The specialty of Buddhism is in the mystical element, or the curiosity about the nature of reality, the nature of truth in the here and now. And that's where we can, you can debate, you can kind of have like heated discussions about this, but it turns out that most people are not equipped to actually debate about something like that. Or rather to discuss about something like that, and it turns into a debate, because our interests and our passions tend to be suffused nowadays with competitiveness. And so it's very difficult to have meaningful, contemplative discussions about these things. And it's also difficult to meaningfully think about these things as well, because it's kind of post-thought or pre-thought. Buddhist thought is post and pre-thought. And then the thought is just a kind of a reverberation or a reflection of that post and pre-thought. W's in the chat, everybody. Don't let the haters win. We're in a war against the haters. Don't put L's in the chat. Only put W's. And don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe. Hit that notification button. Share this video with your friends, with your grandma. And if you're here in Sapa, Vietnam, why don't you come down to arm wrestle with big old red hat cappuccino man. Well, I mean, this is the really poignant part about Buddhism and wisdom and this here and now kind of insight language or this insight perspective. Because I mean, you can imagine a world. Really, the matter now is accessibility. So right now, you could take any picture of anyone you know, and you could create basically a photorealistic video of them doing and saying anything that you wanted them to do and say. The technology is fully there to do that, but the accessibility, the cost and all of that to be able to do that is high. So unless we have this capacity to see through appearances, we're going to be led around by the world of appearances. And this can take so many different forms, but we're all of us, most of the time, already locked into that because we have the wrong view. The wrong view of separate self-entities, the wrong view of things being permanent. And it means we get lost in the clouds instead of seeing the true nature of the clouds, which is a kind of emptiness or a kind of transparency to be seen here and now. All right, WMD, let's keep it a little bit more mysterious. As we, in the records of Master Stonehouse, the shame of dumb ideas is suffered by the best, but the absence of intelligence means a fool for sure. We'll go through this, we'll look through this after we read it. The shame and Heroin Dragon, we want to keep it PG-13, and we want to keep it wholehearted, and we want to be as respectful as we feel received and welcomed and accepted. So recheck your bad boy meter or your bad girl meter, and tone it down about 10%, and we'll get back to our good wholehearted and wholesome playtime, okay? And CB's going to be coming back soon after their timeout. Yeah, welcome in, Bridge, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you again soon. The shame of dumb ideas is suffered by the best, but the absence of intelligence means a fool for sure. Claiming external things are nothing but illusions, yet not understanding wealth is simply luck. The leaves in the stream move without a plan. The clouds in the valley drift without design. I closed my eyes and everything was fine. I opened them again because I love mountains. So, let's
Ôi giời, trời. Thì anh bảo cái có ra sớm đâu. Bạn bảo hôm nay phải đợi. Nhưng mà ý là nó đợi cái gì giờ. Chậm như rồi, anh bảo
you're welcome, WMD. So let's listen to this again. The shame of dumb ideas is suffered by the best. So what does that mean? It means that the dumb ideas that you have, you don't have to suffer the shame of them because you're an idiot, right? You're dumb. So the shame of those dumb ideas is actually suffered by the best. And that means that the more we open in this path, the more we're going to be aware of our own suffering, our own ignorance, our own attachment. And that's what's going to allow us to see the problematic nature of continuing to grasp, continuing to hold on. So the shame of dumb ideas is suffered by the best, but the absence of intelligence means a fool for sure. Now what this is referring to, and go through the next line with it, claiming external things are nothing but illusions, yet not understanding wealth is simply luck. So what this means is that a lack of, like an empty-headedness or an empty-mindedness is not Zen, is not awakening, is not enlightenment. That is equality with discernment versus equality without discernment, right? So you look around, you say everything's equal, but you don't discern. You don't have that quality of clear seeing, right? And so when people go around, and this is quite common, spiritualist people go around claiming, that everything is just an illusion, everything is empty, but they don't have an understanding of wealth. They don't have an understanding of practicality, efficacy of how we engage with the world and with ourselves, right? They don't have an understanding of the depth, the peace, the freedom that is possible in the mind. It's just luck, right? Because that's true, right? External things are nothing but illusions, but unless we have this discernment, this real experience of the profundity of not grasping within our own minds, then it's just luck. The leaves in the stream move without a plan. The clouds in the valley drift without design. So this is just the way that things are. Without design, without plans. That's the way that things are. So our grasping and attaching and planning and controlling, this is where all of our stress, this is where all of our suffering is coming from. I closed my eyes and everything was fine. I opened them again because I love mountains. So in turning inward and reflecting the mind upon itself, we realize that everything is fine. Everything is okay. Everything is settled. Everything is resolved. And we open our eyes again, or we step into the world again because we love kindness. We love wisdom. We love helping others. We love the opportunity to give and to live and to thrive and to help, right, and to share. Not because we're trying to get something, because it's this opportunity to give. And if we donate seriously, if we volunteer seriously, if we give up, give away, if we renounce seriously, this is like holy honesty, right? This is the authentic truth of giving without a giver or a receiver. We don't need more suffering. We have enough suffering as it is. What we need, if anything, is more awareness of what already is. And through that more awareness of the suffering, we are more able to pick out and to detach, to let go of those habits, those activities, those ways of identification and ways of involvement that are perpetuating suffering continuously. All right? So we go from that to then appreciating the wonderfulness, the beauty, the power of a free mind, right? An unattached mind. the sublime life that isn't based in possessing things or owning things. So we don't take responsibility for our own actions in this path. We take responsibility for detachment from our own actions in this path. We're not explaining to ourselves, we're not explaining to other people, we're not thinking it through. We're taking responsibility for mindfulness and detachment in the here and now without without explaining. No. In this tradition, you're basically a monk or you're not. So I don't have any fabrics really that are giving special importance. Internally, I'm lucky enough to have found this path and gotten some success to where I can make a determination again and again that the goal of my life is goallessness, and the intention of what I'm doing with my life is to be free, completely free, to become enlightened, right? And that's the internal aspect. And externally, because of people like you, or people who follow me, people who donate, people who support me, I'm able to live as a, as a teacher, as a meditator, as a yogi, um, off the cuff like this. So I wish I had some fancy things to put on, but I'm not. I'm not very. I'm not too excited about the outward appearance. It's more that the inner appearance is there to be seen for those who look deeply, and that inner appearance is actually emptiness, but that there are graduations from that emptiness that we can say as wisdom or compassion or spiritual presence, right? Spiritual embodiment that helps people to transform their suffering or get through blockages and barriers, etc. So I hope to be someone who embodies that for others, and that's all about the internal work. And the external is just it's kind of a trick, really, to invite people to see their own mind. Because our own mind, the essence of our own mind is the answer to the problem. And you can't lose it, you already have it, it's already there. We just have to learn to orient ourselves to appreciating and valuing that wholeheartedly, with everything that we have. When we are in the introductory or like the general stage of spiritual path and spiritual practice, we're very much a consumer, and so we are in the world of buying and selling. We are in the world of we get what we pay for, right? And when we get more development, when we get more experience in mindfulness and detachment, it's kind of like we get high off our own supply. So we can grow our own mindfulness and detachment. Spontaneously. It's not someone that's doing it, but that's kind of that's the appearance. It's spontaneous mindfulness and detachment. That's not about anything, not about anyone. So in that general stage, or in that kind of beginning stage, we want to do activities that build up faith. We want to do activities that get us to be investing in the path of renunciation, even if we can't give our lives to that at this moment, right? So having a teacher, having a community, having a way to volunteer, having a way to serve, having a way to be submissive to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, or the path, and the teachings, and the trainings. It's like you get a subscription service. So when you get a subscription service, you're always aware that that monthly payment is coming out, and you have to determine if you want to keep that monthly payment or to stop it, right? But that investment or that kind of contract that you've made is bringing your attention, bringing your interest back to that object, right? To that intention, to that consideration. And so we have to build up ways to bring our attention back to the path. Somehow in a way that is not just relying on our own power, but is actually relying on our willingness to give up our own power, like to give up our own control or basis of choice, basis of authority of choosing. Because the constant basis of authority on choosing that you take for granted is like constantly draining your spiritual energy. Sonia, it's not really about going up or down. And that's one of the lessons that you kind of have to go through heaven and hell to realize that. And that's when the path really begins. Right? It's not about going up, it's not about going down. It's not about being holy or unholy. It's not about being the teacher or the student. It's not about feeling good or feeling bad. So in facing this body and mind, this appearance of a monk life meditation YouTuber guy, it can be a lot like facing a mountain. So if you can feel that, you see my eyes, my presence, Rob or Bante or monk life, whatever, is like a mountain of spiritual practice. Very good, you can use it, right? But just like, let's go outside, let's go look at this mountain out here. So if you do that, that's okay, that's great. But eventually we have to get to the point where we're not just staring at the mountain. If we can just stare at the mountain, that's great. But we start to work with the soil. We start to exploit, but not in a negative way. We exploit in a way of mutual cooperation and protection and kindness. We engage. And we can use it in so many different ways. The mountain is just the mountain, and then the mountain is nothing. And then once again, the mountain is just the mountain. And there are millions and billions and trillions of different ways to make use of the sunlight on the mountain. Your disturbance about the sound in the back means that you are misbehaving. So it is not the sound that disturbs, but it is you that is disturbing the sound. Listen, friends, you want to be alive, right? Well, guess what? You're gonna die. You want your friends and your family and your loved ones to be healthy and be alive, right? They're going to literally melt into mush as if they were put into a blender. You too. So this is the nature of reality. This is the nature of life. It doesn't matter how you want it to be. This is already the way that it is. So allow it to be the way that it is. And the way that it is, changing, impermanent, unsatisfactory. Allow things to be unsatisfactory. Allow sounds, allow sights, allow experiences in the body, allow thoughts in the mind to be unsatisfactory. Be okay with unpleasantness. That's our practice, if we're practicing anything. And then to go, yes, that is to go beyond. To go beyond satisfactory or unsatisfactory, etc. Go beyond everything. Beyond, beyond, beyond everything. Yes. And so we don't wait for those messengers. We allow ourselves to be the messenger by being open enough to receive the Dhamma. That is the power of impermanence. That is the power of truth. That is the power of the mountain. Instead of using the power of yourself, use the power of the mountain. Mountain power, much more reliable. So you make use of it right now. Relax. Relax body and mind. Detach from the detachment itself. Accept the acceptance itself. Be free from the being free itself. Everything. I am thinking to go and try my luck in Nepal, in the Himalayas. You know, I've spent a lot of time practicing with community, staying under the guidance and staying close with meditation masters, and now I'm kind of exploring what it's like to be on my own, and how intensely, how seriously I can stay close to the Dhamma. And the Dhamma path, or the spiritual path, it's a lot of contradictions, because really, to stay on that path, you have to know the you that can't go anywhere. I have to know the I that, the I of impossibility in all the possibilities. Making the choice through choicelessness. Just going and just being where I already am, but that being completely inclusive to anywhere and everywhere. I've been to Nepal once before when I was in India with my teacher for quite a few months, and the interesting thing about that place and what's kind of drawing me is definitely the mountains and the high elevation, but also the kind of constant activity of Buddhist community in Nepal. Walking around, you'll always see a lot of monks, sure, but also people who are not monks, who are just regular Buddhist people, and walking around doing their chanting or sitting in the public places. And it's always a big deal to step out, to detach from what you've been doing, where you've been at, what you're used to, and to just go. And there's this uncertainty in that we really have to get used to. The willingness to step out in the midst of uncertainty, to go beyond our self-control. There's this idea that, if we could just fully control ourselves, that somehow everything would work out, everything would be okay. We'd be happy and wealthy and get everything that we want. But ultimately, it's that self-control that also keeps us in bed with our depression, keeps us immobile, keeps us lost in our frustrated position, not knowing what to do. There's not really a perfect answer in terms of what to do. You just have to do. You have to go beyond doing and doing. Go beyond stepping in each and every step. And you have to be fearless. You have to be brave. Even in each moment of meditation, to drop the idea that you have about meditating and feeling more peaceful and feeling more comfortable. You have to let go of the desire to end suffering, for that suffering to actually end. You have to let go of the worry of being supported, to be supported by no worry. there's there's a lot of ways that masters, meditation masters, or different people instruct, students or followers or people who are in the beginner. And sometimes it's actually not to try and meditate, because that trying to meditate can bring you a lot of frustration, a lot of confusion, a lot of stress. If we really knew how to meditate, like if we had the exact formula that the Buddha taught on how to meditate, if we had the power that the Buddha had to meditate in that way, we could just sit down and go into these sublime states, and all of our attachments and our defilements and our negativity would vanish. But meditation doesn't usually work like that. So I like to see the practice of meditation and all the activities, all the work on the spiritual path, it's a way of giving. It's a way of going beyond. It's a way of letting go into impermanence, into the truth of impermanence. It's a way of letting go into the truth of suffering, a way of letting go into the truth of no self. And it's not as much about what you're doing. That can be a very bitter pill to swallow. But if you can swallow it, then you can be free from the struggle and the chasing and the seeking. And you can resolve all of the problems that come from seeking a certain outcome. And you can do that now. We do. We want to be held. We want to be comforted. We want the ideal situation. We want our body to feel good and our mind to feel good and everything to work out in this idealistic way. But that takes you out of just being. It takes you out of things already being worked out, everything already being fine. And then we're pushing ourselves into a dream of life being in a good way, but life is already in a good way. It doesn't matter what happens. It's good. It's okay. And that's where we fully can support each other. We can fully take care of each other. We can fully take care of ourselves. Everything is already okay. If you die, it's okay. If I die, it's okay. If you find out you have cancer tomorrow, it's okay. If your father, your mother passes away, it's okay. If you ever get to see your loved one ever again or not, it's okay already. And that's liberation. That's freedom from life in life. That's freedom from death in death. And our practice is not developing something, it's becoming familiar with freedom. And if your friends make fun of you, maybe you should listen to them. Maybe they know something that you don't know. But the real listening isn't about knowing, it's just listening. Yeah, gratitude is a wonderful emotion to cultivate. Gratitude that's not about a thing. So the thing is just like the seed or the fertilizer for that seed of gratitude to grow. So gratitude goes beyond things. That's why gratitude is a wholesome emotion and something worthwhile to cultivate. So the cappuccino can be the fertilizer for gratitude. Also, the sickness can be the fertilizer for gratitude. profit can be fertilizer for gratitude. Loss can be fertilizer for gratitude, where we take back the reins of our life, of our heart. This song that's playing in here is like a romance song about someone completing us, and there's different levels to that, right? The first level maybe is your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You love them, you want to be with them. They complete you, they make you feel complete, they make you feel total. And that's really just about infatuation, right? It's about feeling good, it's about feeling comforted in a worldly way. It's all about a worldly way. Then you might have the you complete me to your guru, to your master, who's representing the nature of mind, who's representing freedom. Now it's a higher level because it's not about worldly things, it's worldly things leading to freedom from worldly things. And then the highest of that is beyond words. It's speechless, it's continuous together with everything. That's the highest version of that song. This completes me. Rain, sunshine, heat, cold, pleasant, unpleasant, boredom. Neutrality is actually very difficult. I found very difficult to work with. So that means it's all the more beneficial, all the more blessings that come when we can really sit and be with the neutrality. I don't believe in other gods. I don't even believe in this God. I just believe in the capacity that we all have as human beings to be more free, to be more at peace, to be more generous, to be more virtuous, to be more absorbed in freedom. And for our actions and our thoughts to be imbued with that absorption, with that insight into absorption. Bring it into the body, bring the mind home to the body. Take refuge in the breathing. Let breathing be the object that releases you from objectifying your experience in your life. To be released from belief. I was thinking about this. I admit it earlier. Is that what the Buddha, is that what enlightened teachers really taught? Did the Buddha teach us to believe in things, to believe in some kind of structure, to believe in some kind of dualistic framework for making progress? And I'm not saying yes or no, but that question of the importance of belief on the spiritual path. Faith, yes. But do I really need to believe things? Do I need to believe something to feel freedom? To know my own peace right here? And is that not everything? Then we say, well, what about when you have to go over there? Well, what if I just stay here? What's going to happen? And the answer to that is, I don't know. So this is the conservation of energy. This is the conservation of your will and the actions that you take. So all of that energy can go into the heart, can go into what's most important to you right here and right now, which for me is peaceful freedom. And of course, if I need help, I hope that someone will help me. But at the end of the day, you can't be helped. This body can't be helped. This mind of a ego identity, a separate self, it can't be helped. How are you going to help it? When the day comes, when the night comes, when the moment comes, when everything falls apart. And this is that moment. Every moment is that moment. Maybe not for you, but for someone. Really, release. And it's not about you feeling like, oh, I'm feeling my release. You just release. You unobstruct obstructions. So it's not necessarily supposed to feel a certain way. Space isn't supposed to feel a certain way. It's just space. The world will fall apart. The world is falling apart. So if you want to keep something written in your heart, keep the Buddha. Keep awareness. Keep loving yourself or loving freedom from, loving freedom of anything. But make it embodied. Embody it. Be that. Be a living example. Be a living expression of that. From the most mystical, absolute monk in the Himalayan forest with the jungle tigers to being a good person in your house, with your espresso machine, with your TV, whatever. Make it as normal can be. Whatever it is, don't attach to that. That's the simple answer. That's the simple teaching. Whatever it is, don't be attached to that. You can use it, but use it without attachment. You can not use it, but don't use it without attachment to not using it. It's flexible, it's open, it's flowing, it's fluid, it's nature. And it's from this perspective, from this view, that we go out, that we walk, that we breathe, that we do all kinds of things in all kinds of places, with all kinds of people, in all kinds of situations, freely. Detachment doesn't mean that we don't practice generosity. Have all the attachment that you want to have, but let that attachment be one-to-one with generosity, with giving, with self-sacrifice. Then you're safe. But attachment without generosity is very dangerous, and it's very confused. Whatever you're attached to, you should be generous with that. Generous without expectation, generous without control, just giving. Giving your whole heart, your whole body, your whole mind, everything. That's our blockage, that's our suffering block, is our lack of willingness to be generous with what we are attached to. And when we just try to force it in meditation or a certain kind of intellectual understanding, we're building up more and more grasping, but we're not practicing to be generous, to give up, to give away with, towards, of what we are attached to. And that is explicitly where the work is. That's where the quick development comes. We have to have faith that we can be free from whatever it is that we are trapped by. And you do that and you experience that by giving what you're attached to. can be helpful if we open up our hands. There's so much, we've used our hands to make so much karma, right? So much self-based action, selfish action. So widen out your hands, open up your hands. When you sit and meditate or when you walk, just walking and opening. Everything. Giving everything. It's our only chance. It's our only hope. Everything else is hopeless. Give everything. Spontaneously, continuously, without end, without interruption. Be like effervescence. Beyond, beyond, beyond everything. Beyond everything. And we have a tendency towards being hunched over. We have a tendency towards being lazy. We have a tendency towards sleeping. So we have to activate. Open out, widen out, together with everything. You know, we're stuck in our rooms, we're stuck in our beds, we're stuck in our rumination. And we identify with the side effects of that rumination, the side effects from that clingingness. Widen out. Get up and walk out. Brighten out. It's your responsibility. No one else can do it for you. And we feel this can bring us to an awareness of loss. This can bring us to an awareness of the heaviness of life. But it's that heaviness that is the fertilizer. That's the compost. That's the food for our freedom, for our liberation. No suffering, no liberation. No dukkha, no nibbana. Dukkha, nibbana go together, yin and yang. So widen out. And if you don't activate like that, if your meditation is always this intellectual understanding and theorizing and conceptualizing, and then you're clinging, you're fixating, you're trying to meditate, it's impossible to make success that way. The reason that the Buddha got the Enlightenment, because the Buddha said, enough is enough. I'm just going to sit here, I'm just going to open until I die or until I'm enlightened, until I'm free. And so we have to open out like that. And if you develop deeply enough, then yeah, you can sit and you can practice meditation like that, but we're not at that level. So we have to get up, we have to widen out, we have to open. Open the shoulders, open the chest, open the lungs, open the heart, open the body, open the mind. Get out and open and walk and breathe. Get out and open and give. Give widely, give fully, give wholeheartedly, give completely. Give everything. Give the giving itself. No expectation, no waiting to get our end of the deal.
lát nó bị đơ rồi. Tốt đi. Ít. Ông vàng à? Con này rất là hóc.
The teachings we need most are those that will actually strengthen and inspire our practice. It is all very well to receive teachings as high as the sky, but the sky is not that easy to grasp. Start with practices which you can truly assimilate. such as developing determination to be free of ordinary concerns, nurturing love and compassion. And as you gain stability in your practice, you will eventually be able to master all the higher teachings. The only way to achieve liberation from samsara and attain the omniscience of enlightenment is to rely on an authentic spiritual teacher. An authentic spiritual teacher is like the sail that enables a boat to cross the ocean swiftly. The sun and moon are reflected in clear, still water instantly. Similarly, the blessings of the three jewels are always present for those who have complete confidence in them. The sun's rays fall everywhere, uniformly, but only where they are focused through a magnifying glass. Can they set dry grass on fire? When the all-pervading rays of the Buddha's compassion are focused through the magnifying glass of your faith and devotion, the flame of blessings blazes up in your being. Obstacles can arise from good as well as bad circumstances, but they should never deter or overpower you. Be like the earth, which supports all living creatures indiscriminately, without distinguishing good from bad. The earth is simply there. Your practice should be strengthened by the difficult situations you encounter. Just as a bonfire in a strong wind is not blown out, but blazes even brighter. When someone harms you, see them as a kind teacher who is showing you the path to liberation and merits your respect. Pray that you may be able to help them as much as you can, And whatever happens, never hope for an opportunity for vengeance. It is particularly admirable to bear patiently the harm and scorn of people who have less education, strength, or skill than you. Look right into it, and you will see that the person who is harmed, the person who does the harm, and the harm itself are all totally devoid of any inherent reality. Who then is going to get angry at mere delusions? Faced with these empty appearances, is there anything to be lost or gained? Is there anything to be liked or disliked? It is all like an empty sky. Recognize that. Once you control the anger within, you will discover that there is not a single adversary left outside. But as long as you pay heed to your hatred and attempt to overcome your external opponents, even if you succeed, more will inevitably rise up in their place. Even if you manage to overpower everyone in the whole world, your anger would only grow stronger. To follow it will never make it subside. The only really intolerable enemy is hatred itself. To defeat the enemy of hatred, it is necessary to meditate one-pointedly on patience and love until they truly take root in your being. Then there can be no outer adversaries. Ask yourself, how many of the billions of inhabitants of this planet have any idea of how rare it is to have been born as a human being? How many of those who understand the rarity of human birth ever think of using that chance to practice the Dharma? How many of those who think of starting to practice actually do so? how many of those who start continue to practice? How many of those who continue attain ultimate realization? Indeed, those who attain ultimate realization, compared to those who do not, are as few as the stars you can see at daybreak, compared to the myriad stars you can see in the clear night sky. As long as you, like most people, fail to recognize the true value of human existence, you'll just fritter your life away in futile activity and distraction. When life comes all too soon to its inevitable end, you will not have achieved anything worthwhile at all. But once you really see the unique opportunity that human life can bring, you will definitely direct all your energy into reaping its true worth by putting the Dharma into practice. If you make use of your human birth in the right way, you can achieve enlightenment in this very lifetime. All the great siddhas of the past were born as ordinary people. But by entering the Dharma, following a realized teacher, and devoting their whole lives to practicing the instructions they received, they were able to manifest the enlightened activities of great bodhisattvas.
So friends, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark here. We'll give some space for anyone to share their experience or ask any questions that they have. There's also a prayer I wanted to share if no one else has anything. And this is a prayer writings concerned with Guru Padmasambhava, who's a big inspiration for me. Again, the master spoke to the king. So this is Guru Padmasambhava speaking to the king of Tibet. Maho, your majesty, great king, listen once more. Since samsaric things have no essence, to continue endlessly spinning about brings further and further suffering. So capture the royal stronghold of Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya and Dharmadhatu is kind of specific words for the nature, the true nature of reality, the true way that things are, the essence of the mind, essence of reality. As your true homeland, keep to the non-arising Dharmadhatu. As your true dwelling, adhere to forest retreats and remote places. As your true retreat, look into the empty and luminous Dharmata. As your true house, remain in your original mind nature. As your true bounty, keep attentive and mindful. As your true treasury, form the resolve of the twofold awakened mind. As your true wealth, keep to the two accumulations. As your true farming, endeavor in the 10 virtuous practices. As your true fatherhood, embrace all beings with compassion. As your true motherhood, sustain the natural state of emptiness. As your true offspring, practice development and completion indivisibly. As your true spouse, train in bliss, clarity, and non-thought. As your true companion, read the scriptures of the Sugatas. As your true farmland, cultivate unshakable faith. As your true food, eat the non-arising nectar of the Dharmata. As your true beverage, drink the nectar of oral instructions. As your true clothing, wear the garment of modesty and decorum. As your true retinue, preserve the dakinis and protectors. As your true enjoyment, engage in spiritual practice. As your true spectacle, look into your own mind. As your true diversion, engage in elaborate spiritual pursuits. As your true entertainment, train in emanating and absorbing the development stage. As your true close friend, keep to the empowerments and samayas. As your true prejudice, use the 5 poisons for training. As your true ornament, study and reflect free from partiality. As your true activity, have the profound scriptures copied. As your true caller, be generous without bound. As your true pursuit, direct your innermost aim to the Dharma. As your true court chaplain, venerate the 3 jewels. As your true object of respect, treat your parents with reverence. As your true object of honor, respect your Vajra master. As your true samaya, keep your mind free from hypocrisy. As your true precept, give up all evil. As your true temple, keep the 3 precepts purely. As your true mandala, look into the unchanging luminosity. As your true instruction, tame your own mind. As your true view, look into the changeless, empty cognizance. As your true meditation, let your mind nature be as it is. As your true conduct, let the delusion of dualistic fixation collapse. As your true fruition, Don't seek the result that is spontaneously present. If you practice like this, you will be content in this life, joyful in the next, and soon attain complete enlightenment. On hearing this song, the king was delighted and made many prostrations and circumambulations. So that is where we will end here today, friends. Be well and happy on your journey, and see you again soon.